Curry controlling the offense. And too much contact.
A simple touch foul.
That's his first personal foul. Team foul number 2.
Beyond the arc for 3. His first effort off the mark. To Irving. Turned away by Cousins.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
Terrific dish. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. You're on the island now.
Oh!
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Durant across the timeline. Looking to make something happen. Great pass to set. Boogie abusing the rim. Big finish.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
Knocks down the first. And he makes them both. It's Thompson. To Shaun Livingston. To Thompson. To Shaun Livingston. Lets it fly from long range. Livingston can't get that one to go. Defense was all over him. Irving. And the rebound comes down to Thompson. Livingston to bring it up. He'll run the offense. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Whoa, Jaylen Brown above the rim. He dared them to get in the way.
So many players try to get pretty with the game. They want to dance. They want to do all these tricks. Maybe a God sham guy. But sometimes you got to revert back to the old school style, the way we play the game. Just put your head down and stop me if you can.
To Irving. To Jaylen Brown. Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, did you see that swiftness? He dunked that thing like a tennis ball.
It looked like that in his hand. Golden State at the controls. Livingston to Thompson. From the outside, no good.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Thompson.
Screen coming up, screen coming.
Jordan Bell with the dunk.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Kyrie across the timeline. Leads a bucket. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
It's still early, so no real impact on that call. But you know that they're going to call this one tight, so you might want to keep your hands out of his pocket.
And hits the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Warriors basketball. Has a look. Shot by Thompson, no good. That's it for the first quarter with the Celtics in front. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
Yes, I do, but the first thing you have to expect is that this game is very similar to a relationship. There are a lot of ups and downs, but you have to be committed to the process. Both teams are committed, they'll find their flow.
Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Tatum. Oh, that's how it's done.
I don't want to use the word streaky, but Jason Tatum tends to score in bunches. Let me tell you how. He's one of the most effective players in the league and most efficient at catching the ball on the move. A lot of players waste time in stationary positions or overindulging in triple threat jabs, but not Jason. He catches the ball directly and goes, which means he's the ideal of smart, decisive basketball.
Full throttle, right to the basket for the deuce.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Thompson, down low Bell. Missed that one. The defender was all over him.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game. Seems like they finally found their rhythm in the second quarter.
Thompson to bring it into the front court. His team down 9. To Rozier. Rozier with it. It's a 9-point lead. To Marcus Morris. To Irving. Here's a chance from long range. You know Kyrie. Zero hesitation. Buries it for 3.
This is a game of ways. As a defense, you have to recognize that they come and they go. That will not be the case all the time moving forward.
Visit our team website for more details.
Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes.
Entering the game for Boston, number 42.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
This game is so mental. Trust me. Some nights you get poor effort defensively. You can't make any shots. Then you see the ball go in. Boom. Switch turned on.
So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
To Curry. Fires the 3. Not that time.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
It's Steph Curry with the rock. Oh, they called the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to shuffle things up.
Into the game for the Golden State Warriors, number 34, Sean Livingston.
Durant. Not going down here.
Hey, match up, match up, match up.
To Hayward. Taking advantage of the defender. Nice ball fake. He went down 5 minutes into his Celtics career. So how much of an evaluation period should Gordon Hayward get coming off a tough injury?
Well, with a potential franchise player, you always rather be safe than be sorry. And he needs to pay attention to his body more so than anybody. From a player who personally had a dislocation of the ankle, which is a bone bruise when I was trying to come back and play, that could take a couple of years to heal fully. So Gordon Hayward's ability to make sure that he feels that he trusts his body is the most important thing.
To Hayward. Oh, had him going there for a second. Tatum. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready. Curry. That one also no good. Nice touch around the basket with the tip. Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter. Looks like both teams are making substitutions. How you practice leads to that. Nice pump fake.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
To Cousins. Durant knocks it down from mid-range.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy. Celtics have it. Irving. Probing the defense. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Tatum's good on the free throw. It's a three-point play as Boston adds to the lead. Curry into the front court. Down a bundle to Cousins. Thompson. Add 2 more points. The defense had him, but the good shooters find a way. No good. Defense catching a break there.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
The Celtics didn't hold back in that opening half. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics. The Warriors may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, fellas, back to you.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Kyrie with the rock.
I got some for him.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Hayward. Probing the defense. To Irving. For 3, and he buries it. Jay, the system produces once again. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court. We're saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala, both on and off the court.
To Irving. 4-3. He engulfed him that time. Durant with the basketball up top. His guys down big to Curry. Thompson to Durant. To Curry. Thompson. 5 to shoot for Golden State. Green. Yes.
Ugh. Did you see the way the ball came off his hands? Not the best form in the world, but it is where it is. Count it. Maybe just don't count on it all the time.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
First one goes down.
Good shot, Money. Good shot, Money.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Warriors have the basketball.
Screen left coming, screen left coming, screen left.
Nothing going here on that drive. Curry to Thompson. Going to launch beyond the arc and splash. Klay Thompson, quick catch and shoot there for three.
Today's league just throws that old school stuff out of the window. Why have twos when you can shoot threes, even on fast breaks? Guys spread out towards the three-point line instead of laying the ball easy at the rim.
Not that time.
Ed, the game is so different. In today's NBA, defenders are longer, quicker, and more athletic than we've ever seen before. So offensively, as a shooter, you either have to be able to create more space off the dribble for your shot or have a much faster release. Ideally, you have both in your arsenal.
Hayward. Tough shot. Well defended.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Thompson to Curry. Not going down for him this time.
You know, as a shooter, you recognize that was good defense, but that's more on you than it is the defense. Challenge yourself to get the ball back and continue to be aggressive.
Inside, he scores.
Jason Tatum finished third amongst all rookies in Rookie of the Year voting, but I say to you this. I agree with what Jaylen Brown had to say. If it was a one-on-one battle, who you taking, Jason Tatum or Donovan Mitchell? Jason Tatum or Ben Simmons? I take JT every time.
Boston with the basketball. Surveys the floor. Irving to Hayward. 5 seconds to shoot. From long range. Gordon Hayward, tough make there. Can't really fault the defender. Jay, would you classify him among the elites in the game, especially among wings?
It depends on what category of elite you put him in. As of right now, he will be my second-tier elite. Because when I think first-tier elite, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden. I think Gordon Hayward has a chance to be there. He was on his way there before he got hurt, but time will tell.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Substitutions, Golden State.
Off the mark. Well contested.
Yeah, if I'm the teammate of that guy that just got scored on, I'm telling him on my way back down the floor, look.
And throws it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Good. Off a spin.
There are certain guys in this league that should be put on alert status 24/7 because either they're posterizing you or that attempt can still be a poster.
To Irving. To Rozier. Nothing going here on that drive. To Irving. Down to 5. Down to 4 to shoot. Oh, a lot of contact. Shots no good and no foul.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Rozier and the Warriors have the rebound. Has a chance. Jumper's good.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
Gets off the 3. At the buzzer. Defense all over Rozier. Can't connect. Third quarter comes to an end. The fourth quarter on the way. The Celtics own a comfortable lead. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Possession lies with Golden State. Durant to the basket, but he can't finish. To Marcus Smart. Lets it fly from beyond the arc, and it's rebounded by Green. Livingston across the timeline. Down by 15. It goes down. Oh, he's feeling good. Maybe too good.
Underutilized. 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 Am I getting my point across? Let's see more of it.
Oh, yeah, it's me and you. Me and you.
And scores, plus the foul. Al Horford taking it to the basket. And now with a chance at a three-point play. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Kevin Durant with the rock. To Sean Livingston. To Curry. Fires the three. Off the mark. No good. To Rozier. Rozier into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Nothing going here on that drive. Goes to the right side. Oh, he had him there for a second. Got a piece of him.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended. Cousins to Green. Gets it in the right corner. Screen coming. Curry to Green. Livingston to Curry. Beyond the arc for three. That one also no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Screen coming. Hayward. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
You know, Ed, I'm down with guys having 35, 40, maybe 50 points in the game. But the one thing you look for in a defensive end, when there's a huddle after a guy has dropped multiple buckets on you in a row, and everybody's quiet, nobody stands up and says, yo, I got him, I'm going to stop him, you're in a worrisome place for your team.
Now the Celtics going to use a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Celtics have it. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is.
Me neither. Celtics come away with it. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Just wait a second, Ed. Wait 1 second. Can we go back to the play before this great play that we just saw? Just because you have a bad offensive possession, you can't allow that to go down and reciprocate itself on the defensive end. One bad play does not make two bad plays. You have to bounce back. That's how you play this game.
It's good. Count the basket and the foul.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Free throws good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Ball's controlled by Boston. No good. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
To number 20, Gordon Hayward. That's his second personal foul. Team foul number 2. Boston Celtics are in the penalty.
Irving. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
First one, count it. Gets a second to go with one more to come. And he cashes in at the line. 3 for 3. Curry into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Green to Durant. Cousins to Durant. Thompson to Cousins. Lets it fly from long range. Yes! Three-pointer is good.
And Ed, when you have 7-footers roaming the perimeter who shoot over 40% from the three-point line, why take twos?
All 5 can shoot it at any given time. Goes to the left side. Shot from the lane won't go. Curry to Durant. Curry. He drills the 3.
Well, easy difference there. In the first half, the offense allowed the defense to settle into their half-court sets defensively, and that's why the shots were all contested. But now since they picked up the pace of the game, they're getting a lot more action out of transition threes.
Irving to Horford. To Marcus Smart. Trying to cash in. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Curry. Oh, he hits the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from me.
Play is stopped. Timeout Boston. High fives all around. This game is well in hand in the final minute. They're going to make some changes with some new personnel on the floor. Irving. Tatum. And he's fouled. And he earns a trip to the line.
I can't believe I'm about to say this about an NBA team because this is what I say to my grammar school team. But just because a team is down on the scoreboard doesn't mean you stop playing hard and smart. You really have nothing to lose but really good habits to gain.
Off the mark on the first free throw. Missed the middle one. One more coming. And he knocks down that free throw. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Now a 3 at the buzzer. Oh, how about that? A 3 at the buzzer. That's going to bring some icy stares from the other bench. This one is now all over. It's a victory here for the Celtics as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to EA.
The Celtics came away with the victory in this one. And more often than not, they were hitting the 3 when they popped from long range. Winning gets a lot easier when you're adding so many points to the scoreboard, 3 at a time. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Boston Celtics. The Warriors just couldn't get. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose.